Hey guys, today we're going to be making bath bombs at home. Let's get to it. So these are going to be the materials that we're going to use to make our bath bombs. We got some essential oils for the scent, some citric acid, some cornstarch, some Epsom salt, some baking soda which reacts with the citric acid to make that fizzy reaction, some food coloring to add some color to our bath bomb, a small bowl for our wet materials and a large bowl for our dry materials, and a whisk to mix everything together. Our mold, our measuring cups, and finally some coconut oil. So first you're going to want to take 1 cup of baking soda and pour it into the large bowl. Then take half a cup of citric acid and pour it into the same bowl as the baking soda. Then take a half cup of Epsom salt and pour it into the same bowl. Then take about a half cup of cornstarch and pour it in. Make sure you get everything out from the cup into the bowl. Once you add all the dry ingredients together, mix them up thoroughly. Once you finish mixing the dry ingredients, start mixing up your wet ingredients. Pour about 3/4 tablespoon of water into the bowl with the wet ingredients. Then you're going to want to pour some essential oils, a scent of your choosing, into the bowl with the wet materials. Then we're going to need about 2.5 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. Then finally add a few drops of food coloring into the bowl and then mix it all together. Now you're going to want to mix your wet ingredients with the dry ingredients very slowly. So here I'm just packing all of my mix into my mold. You want to make sure that both sides of the mold are kind of like overflowing so that when you push them together, it fills up the entire mold and it makes it like perfectly round. Then you want to take your mold and put it in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now, while we leave our bath bombs in the fridge, let's talk about the sustainability of making your own bath bombs at home. Making your own bath bombs connects to the APES topic of sustainability and waste reduction. Store-bought bath bombs often come in plastic packaging and may contain synthetic dyes or microplastics that can pollute waterways and harm aquatic life. Homemade bath bombs can use natural ingredients in reusable containers, making them more environmentally friendly. This DIY project supports sustainability by reducing waste, limiting pollution, and decreasing the environmental impacts caused by factory production and transportation. It also encourages people to make more sustainable choices and rely less on heavily packaged commercial products. This project connects to the idea of act global, think global, because small actions taken by individuals at home can contribute to larger environmental improvements over time. If more people choose sustainable alternatives and reduce waste in their daily lives, communities can help lower pollution and protect the environment on a global scale. Alright, it's time to take the mold out of the fridge now. Now be careful while you're taking it out. And voila, you should have a very nice bath bomb ready to use. Now we're going to start on our second scent. So for the second scent, we're going to be following the same exact procedure as the wet materials in the previous scent, just changing the essential oil and also the food coloring that we're going to be using. Then add the new wet mix to the old dry mix. It's fine to reuse the old one. You should end up with something like this. It should feel like wet sand. You may need to add a few sprays of water, like I did here. Go ahead and pop that new mix into the fridge. Now you have 2 bath bombs with 2 different scents. Wow! Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.